Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of the Money Pot Podcast. I am the president. I am the CEO. I am him. They call me Moss Money. And what we do here is we bet daily bets every single day. And the reason why you come to this channel is to get those free bets because we hit and we win. And that's the point of the game. We can talk about stats. We can talk about this. We can talk about that. But at the end of the day, if you ain't winning, you ain't talking. So thank you if you're new to the channel for watching. And I hope that was enough. Just a little bit of snippet, and you'll see later on if you stick with me about what we do here and how we go about it. Hope that was enough for you to hit that subscribe button. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel grow. And if you're not new to the channel, you've been here before, you already know the spill, man. Hit the notification button, hit the like button, tell a friend and tell a motherfucking friend so we can get this thing moving. All right. What we talking about today? We're talking about NBA and some March Madness because there's some games later on today. And we're on a heater. I wouldn't say heater, but we're heating up, I guess you could say. 5-1 in our last 2 days brings us back up over our overall total of 25 units. My units are based on $100. So right there, what you look at, do normal math, 25 times 100. We have $2,570. I took it from $100. Video receipts, people. I am big on video receipts, and that's what I do. So let's talk about yesterday's bets. Yesterday's bets hit nice, man. We had Joel Embiid over 4.5 assists. We had the Milwaukee Bucks to win by 20 when they damn near won by 100. And then what was that third bet we had out there? We had a third bet that hit nice too. Let me bring it up. I can't think of the other one off the top of my head. But I felt like it was going to be a sweep again. We should have swept 2 days in a row. We should have swept 2 days in a row. We should be 6-0 on our last 6 bets. But hey, it happens. Let me bring on that. What was that bet? I took a picture of it, so I knew I would have it. It was Randall. That's right. Julius Randall under 26.5. He had one off for 57. So it was just a natural progression of the day that he had. I think he only had maybe 9 points at half. So we felt really good about that one. So what are the bets for today is the question. What are we talking about today? So my guy Renzo, you know him. We love him. Degenerate. And what is he doing? Being a goddamn degenerate right now. That's why he's not on, because he's at the poker table trying to get this money, trying to get paid out. But he will be on to talk about our college picks for today. But right now, we're going to get right back in the NBA and look at the slate that we have for today. Not that many games today, only 4 games today, but there were a couple of gems here that I definitely did like that I want to bring up. We're using our favorite sports book. I guess it's the favorite sports book for now because we are winning. Let's bring it up. Using DraftKings out here, man. Somebody knows somebody from DraftKings. Let them holla at your boy. We need some sponsorship. We need some DraftKings love in this thing, man. And this is just the daily booth. This ain't the real looking studio. I got the bar on the side for the real deal studio. But man, I'm telling you. Don, what's up, bro? Take any plays yesterday? You know how we do. I'm just saying, man. Better get on this heat thing. All right. So today's games for today. Oh, like I said, only 4 games today. We got the Knicks in Orlando, Cleveland and Brooklyn, Charlotte and New Orleans, and the one I'm looking at right now, OKC versus the Clippers. I was trying to get a side here. I'm going to go back to this New Orleans game here. And New Orleans is still playing. I think they are the 7th seed, maybe. Am I wrong in that? Is that a bad guess? Where are the Pelicans? New Orleans Pelicans. Because I know Charlotte's out. Right? Charlotte's out. Where the hell is the... Oh, okay. Now I'm sorry. They're 12th in the West. 12th in the West. But they're only, it looks like a game back from the 10th seed. So they're still fighting, right? They're still playing. So that's good information to know. Line right now is at -9, which it should be because it's the Hornets. The Hornets are done. The one bet I do like in here. So the Hornets starting center is out, and they're going up with a backup center. Now he had a pretty decent game yesterday. He had 17 rebounds, but Valanciunas has been averaging almost 14 to 15 rebounds against actually the last 6 games. He's been on a tear. His numbers have gone up in terms of minutes, which obviously ends up his usage. So I don't think they can have anybody who could deal with him on the boards. So I'm going with the over here at 12 and a half. I can see him getting closer to 14 rebounds. Maybe just get us there at 13. But I think he's easily a walk-in for at least 11 rebounds. And now I just got to get 2 lucky bounces our way. I'll take that. I'll pay the number. Give me Honus Valanciunas for over 12 and a half rebounds. We gotta dig deep when we see value. I see some value here. Even though it's over our typical -110, I do see some value here. I like him to get over the number. I was looking at this Knicks game, trying to find something in here. I didn't see anything that stuck out to me. I could go back to Randall, but I don't want to play with that right now. So what we're gonna go to is big news out of the Clippers here. Is that Paul George is out with a knee sprain or whatever he might have. You say give you Shao over his point total always goes off against the Clippers. He does. He typically does, and we missed it yesterday, right? We missed it yesterday, but today, let me see. I didn't even look at him. I wasn't even looking at him. I was focused on the Clippers. Because I think the Clippers need to win this one. They just played this team and they lost by 1, so I think they kind of come out with a new energy to get a win because they definitely need it. Let me see, where is SGA in terms of points? It's got to be at 30, right? 31, yeah, 31 and a half. I would actually go under here, bro. I would. If I was betting this one, I would go under. I'm not looking to bet him this game. But I would actually go under the 31 and a half. For him to score that back-to-back 31, he's all they have. But I think I want to go under here if I was betting SGA points here. Not betting SGA points. I'm actually looking at Kawhi here, trying to get a sense of where Kawhi is going to be. 7.5 looks good. 29.5 looks good. His assists are right around where they should be. All his numbers are right around where they should be. So I had to go dig a little bit deeper to see what where is his number. So he averages 30 almost against OKC. Like he excuse me, coughing all over the microchip. He averages over 30 against them. And he's been averaging about 2 threes. I kind of lean here with 2.5, but I'm going to take the Clippers straight up here at -4. I think the Clippers get it done here. I think they win outright, and I think they cover the number. I know they just lost this team by 1. They just lost a key player to them, but I think this is a Kawhi game. I like them -4, and I like double dipping here. I think Kawhi has a big game, man. I think Kawhi goes off for like 33, 34 points. And I think they get the win here. So I'm gonna lean here, but I like the Clippers -4. Nice little bounce back. It's in LA. It makes a lot of sense here. It's a short line because of the news from the Paul George. So I think this line is built in. But I think that Kawhi and Russ is enough to beat this team by, close to, 5 or 6 points. Could be a real close game. Could be up by 2 or 3 points, and we need free throws to get this over. As long as we get over the number, that's all I care about. And then I'm going to lean for Kawhi for this to tip out. He would probably usually be like 26.5, maybe 27.5. But now with Paul out, it makes sense for him to get over 30. He's going to have to will them to win, and his mid range is serious. So give me Kawhi over 29.5 points as well. All right. Waiting for the homie to come on. Let me text him real quick. A little NBA March Madness picks of the day. All right. So let's go to a little March Madness. Go a little college basketball, man. Now, my guy usually gives me my plays for college basketball. I thought we looked at this yesterday, and I thought Tennessee was a little bit I forget what it was yesterday for Tennessee's line. But all these teams, I kind of like the Zags too. I like the Zags as a dog. I think they actually get to the Final Four. Um, and I'm just looking at it. I'm just guessing, right? I'm not telling. I just think they've been here before so many times. This team is seasoned. They got some vets on there. They still got the big man in the middle. Um, I think they have enough to probably make a run, and it looks like they're going on a little bit of run. So I like the Zags here as a dog. I also like Tennessee here. Kind of like UConn. See, that's just why I need Renzo in here, man. I think I need Renzo. Can't believe Princeton is still in. Me neither, bro. Me neither. But in that bracket, man, you can't tell me Bama don't got a cakewalk. Well, at least they should. Bama should get to the Final Four without even blinking in that bracket. Let's bring up the bracket. You just kind of brought that up here too. Let me bring up the bracket here. Where's the bracket? There we go. Timmy. Drew Tim. Bring up the bracket, baby. Join all slow. All right. So this is where we at. We did a little. Well, we didn't do it yesterday, but we did a couple weeks ago. Like I said, Bama should get here. Bama should really get, especially if it's like Bama versus Princeton or Creighton. Bama should be right in here. So at least I'll get Bama right. Now I'm biased because I got Tennessee, so I'm dipping. I'm a little bit here, but I mean I don't think they're strong enough, man. It's Kansas City. I think I heard Renzo jump on. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Get that money, bro.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, you get that money. I told him I was like, yo, he not even knowing because he a goddamn degenerate. Yeah,
You already know, man. Let's
yo,
try and make it work, man. We get another winning week, man. We turn into the professional, man. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
So people can
yeah,
fight too, you man.
we starting off this thing right. You know the boy 5-1. This is started off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we starting off 5-1. And the
Okay.
one pick I missed, motherfucker had 31. I had 31 and a half. And then the line dropped to 30 and a half too.
Wow.
SGA, I had him over his points. And I
Shot
missed
Gillis.
the
That's
line.
nice.
I was like, oh, y'all got to be killing me. But I take 5-1 any day of the week.
Yeah. You talking about Shot Gillis?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. He
yeah.
he taking his over is pretty much a play because he got the absolute green light. No one else is there for that team. It's just a matter if he's gonna be on that night or not.
Yeah, yeah. I would lean under here. I actually in my NBA plays today, I actually like the Clippers. I mean, he can still get it with the Clippers winning, but
Mm-hmm.
I this tells me this is a. I feel like this is a Kawhi game with
Mm-hmm.
George out. They're kind of not looking. They're looking a little shaky. I think Kawhi steps up here in a big way and shows
Mm-hmm.
why he's Kawhi Leonard. Yeah,
Okay.
I
They
do.
played them back to back. Didn't they play them yesterday?
It was two. It was a day ago.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they lost by a point. So that tells me, OKC got in one over. I think this is the fourth game OKC's won in a row, too, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all that shit stops today.
What's the under?
The under is let me bring it up. We'll go back to that real quick. The under is 232.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I was all over the under on Tuesday. It was like 237. So they moved it down. Paul out. I still like that under, man. They might not even get to the 220s, like mid 220s, low to mid 220s. I
Oh, you
like
made
that.
a
I like that.
good point. You made a good point there. You made a good point. I didn't even think about that. I wasn't looking at the under. If their under was at 237 and they missed it because I was like 101 or 100 or something last game.
Mm-hmm. It was low. Nah, I think it was a little bit more than that, but somewhere in that range.
Right.
It
And
was low.
then now they're up to 232. I
Mm-hmm.
like the bet even more with them scoring more. And if anybody's going to score, it's going to be the Clippers, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be OKC. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that -4 even more now. And I like my Kawhi over his player prop at 29.5. I'm telling you, I think Kawhi might hit 35 or 40 in this game. Really do. Yeah, the
You
score was
saying you
10.
saying you like the Clippers -4 tonight?
Yeah,
Versus
I like the
them?
Clippers -4.
Well, I'm curious why.
I think the spot is right for the Clippers.
Okay.
I think that the spot is right. OKC, like let me bring it up real quick. OKC has won. Yeah, I'm almost all right. OKC's been on a nice run. They've only lost 3 games in March,
Mm-hmm.
right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so they're 8-3 in March. So they're on their best run
Mm-hmm.
all year.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing the same team back to back on the road. This is not like it's going back to OKC.
Mm-hmm.
This is Clippers back in the Clippers at home.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good game. It was 101 to 100, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers shot 57% from free throw and 19% from 3-point range.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was pretty much even.
Mm-hmm.
Rebounds, assists,
Mm-hmm.
steals. So really to me, and they had more points off turnovers. So
Mm-hmm.
really to me in this game, the Clippers, they just, they didn't get enough quality shots up because they
Mm-hmm.
got outshot, and
Mm-hmm.
two, they were off.
Mm-hmm.
So and then George left with an injury, right? I think he left earlier, and so that's deflating. As
Mm-hmm.
so, I think this looks like an easy kind of comeback game, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi only had 21,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that when this is when the good players notice when the morale's down, the team's kind of down and out. We're getting to the playoffs. We need to turn it up. This is
Mm-hmm.
when those key players hit the switch.
Yep.
Those good players hit the switch and turn it on. So that's why I like Kawhi over here. That's why his points are so high. It's
Yep.
29.5. They're looking. He's going to score 30 today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't see how he does not score 30 today. One, there's nobody on OKC who can stop him,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot more with George out,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then they got to work that 2-man game between him and Russ and figure that out too.
Mm-hmm.
So and now Kawhi's mid range is serious. So
Right.
yeah, I like the -4, especially with the point total being 232. It was
Mm-hmm.
237 last game. Now it's still back up to 232. I can
Mm-hmm.
see this game being like 115 to 108. You are still kind of going with your under theme, maybe
Mm-hmm.
even on the higher end, 120 to 110. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think the Clippers win this game. I don't see the Clippers winning back-to-back home games. Just don't.
Fair enough.
To the same team, right?
Yep. Yep. Fair
Not
enough.
to a different team, to the same team,
Yep. Yep.
and not even at a bad team.
Yep. Yep.
So give me the Clippers -4 and give me Kawhi on the over
Okay.
there. But what we were doing here, we was talking about March Madness, and you came right on time, brother. And
Yes,
we were
sir.
just talking about how Bama's got a cakewalk, and I think we had talked about this before. Princeton's still in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bama's got a little bit of a cakewalk,
Mm-hmm.
towards the final, and what you
Mm-hmm.
can see on the screen. But looking at the line, I'm going back to the line because I think me and you did this, right? Me and you, didn't you look at
Mm-hmm.
my bracket?
Mm-hmm.
We kind of went through it. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring the book on. Did you hit some money? I'm assuming you did. I know you told me you had the high hand.
Yeah. Just playing a little, getting a little 1-3 action in.
What was the high hand? What you have?
10's full of jacks. I did.
Oh wow, beautiful.
Yeah, and it held up.
And
So
it held. And
yeah,
it motherfucking held. How about that?
I'll take it, man.
I'll take that too. What was it? 300 today?
500.
It was 500. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
time to get out. That's time to get out.
yeah. Time definitely time to get that.
Yeah,
I ended up I wasn't even running bad. Just a couple hands ain't go my way, so I was short stack too. So once it won, man, I started shoving and ended up like quadrupling up in like three hands. I was just like all in, all in. Went from like $50 to like $500 real quick. So it was like, oh, good.
good, good, good.
Yeah. So.
All right, so take me to the through the slate today, man. We got Michigan State, Kansas State, Arkansas, UConn, Florida Atlantic, and Tennessee, Gonzaga, and ULC, and ULC, UCLA.
Hmm.
And I was looking at Tennessee.
Yeah.
I like Tennessee here,
Yep.
which where I was going, and I'm being biased because I got Tennessee going to the Final Four. But
Hmm.
this is what is this a USA team, right? Central
Yeah.
U. Yeah, they're not going to be able to stick with Tennessee, right? Like,
Nah.
why is this line so short?
Yeah. And Tennessee plays great defense too. Um, Yeah, I like Tennessee a lot there, man. You know what, man? I think these honestly, I think these lines might be right in line for a little like 4 or 5 team teaser. Where
Okay,
you buy, well, I normally don't do teasers on basketball because it's hard enough to win them straight.
right.
So, but I actually hit a couple teasers, like 6 game teasers last weekend.
What was
Um,
those payouts?
I usually do like the six for like 5 to 1, so I put like 200 on it, won 1,000.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
But with these tight lines, like look at that Michigan State games, like that line's where it's supposed to be, right? Like really to me is like a flip a coin, right? Like if Kansas State beats Michigan State, who's surprised, right? If Michigan State beats them, who's surprised? So if you can get 4 to 5 points on either side,
Yeah.
um, I think that's good, right? Like if you get Tennessee down a win, like you just said, Florida Atlantic just shouldn't beat Tennessee, right? Like I think you can start maybe putting some pieces together. Even Arkansas, UConn. I like UConn, but I do like Arkansas. They get up, they play fast, they put shots up,
Mhm.
they play with pace, right? Like if you gave them 9 points here, it's like all right, they should. I would be surprised if UConn beats them by 10 points, right? So that's kind of when I was looking at the slate today. I'm like,
Okay.
I can't really pick one side. I do like the Tennessee game straight up.
Yeah, that's who I
They
was
should
looking
beat
at.
them.
And the
Yeah,
Zags. I like Tennessee and the Zags. I
yeah,
think they're
exactly.
yeah, I like the dog. I like Gonzaga as a dog. A veteran team who's done it multiple
Yep.
times, who's been here before. Now
Hmm.
I can't sleep. When did UCLA have that run? Was that what 2 years ago?
I think so. I think
Was it
so.
2 years ago? Isn't this like a big matchup of like getting to the
Oh,
Final
when they
Four?
get back, yeah. From two, what was that 2, 3 years back? Yeah,
Was
they
that two
did make
three
that
years
run.
ago when
I
this
think
was
that's
a
about
huge
3 years.
matchup and Gonzaga won that one, obviously, right? I think that's when Gonzaga went and won it.
They had that guy that plays for the Sixers, the Japanese kid.
Right,
Gonzaga
right,
had that
right.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
and in
man.
UCLA, they were they weren't. I mean, obviously they're a name, but they weren't high. They weren't seated high in the tournament.
Mhm,
They had a nice
mhm,
run.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like.
so this is a big matchup then for sure. Got a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
like Gonzaga
little
there.
history there.
I got a play right here, man. And we just talked it out, man. I'm definitely gonna put in, man. I think you got a 14 teaser play basketball on with the one book I use. I think you can buy a point and get 5 total points. I think it is.
Yeah, let me take my plays out that we have from NBA. Clear
I
off.
do like that Clippers, and the line's almost saying Clippers. Like
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
they're down Paul George. They just only won by 1 point. A lot of the public will look at that like, oh, give me the Thunder with the points.
Oh, quick. People be jumping
Right,
on the Thunder all day on
right,
that game.
right,
Yeah.
right.
No. I
So
like yeah.
I
If it
think
was
if
a Thunder line, it would be like -1. It'd be
right,
almost a
right,
pick.
right, right, right,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right,
But
right.
nah, give me I'll take to beat them twice at home. I think
Yep,
I don't even know if OKC's done that in their history. Right?
yep,
Like you
yep,
know what I'm saying? Like
yep,
that's what I would look at it.
yep.
All right, walk me through the teaser, bro.
So I would go again. It depends if you're doing DraftKings or FanDuel, you could buy any points that you want. But if you was doing like a teaser where you're just getting a set amount of points, it would be
Yeah.
Michigan. I guess I would go State +6, I guess it would be if you buying 5 points.
You said Michigan State.
Well, I would go Kansas State. I would
Okay.
just take the more points wherever I can get it.
Okay.
Kansas
Kansas State.
State plus that would go to +6. I
Right.
would take I would take Arkansas
Arkansas.
to plus
Yeah.
9. I would take Tennessee to essentially win, like a .5.
Yep.
And I would take Gonzaga +6.5. And then if you even want to go even freakier, right? If you like LA, just take the Clippers to +1. That's a ticket right there.
All right. Let me go ahead.
That's a ticket right there. I'm gonna put that in.
Let me hold up now. Let me see. Let me see now. Let me put them boys in there. All right. We got a 5-teamer. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
teaser. All right. Here we go. And you said
5 points.
they do 4 points. Can I do
Oh
more
yeah,
points?
yeah. Do the four. What the 4 points take you to?
Four. The 4-pointer or the 5-point?
I would do the 5 pointer. What's the 5 pointer? +350. Yeah.
Plus 350. So
Yeah.
then we would get Kansas State +6, Arkansas +9, Tennessee to win, Gonzaga's +6.5, and pretty much the Clippers can't have the same thing happen again.
Right.
And lose by 1. Because remember, you guys, if you're not familiar with teasers, with teaser plays, you if you lose a leg, unless it's I think a 6-point teaser, and you would
Mm-hmm.
have to push. But if you
Mm-hmm.
lose a leg, the ticket's over. It don't matter.
Yep.
So that means if for whatever reason, if the Clippers somehow lose by a point again, then the ticket's lost. There's no
Yep.
coming back from that. So
Yep. Yep.
just a FYI. But a lot of people in the gambling world think that teasers are sucker bets. I'm not one of those people. I think it's a way to protect your investment, as I call them, when you
Mm-hmm.
do bet,
Mm-hmm.
to get you a better line. And in this way, and in this point, with a 5-team, 5-point teaser, you're getting plus money, and you're
Mm-hmm.
getting the better end of the line. That's the point of the teaser bet. Obviously, the more legs you add, the higher difficulty it is to win. But there are people like, homie Renzo himself have done really well betting teaser bets. Right? They've done really well doing teaser bets. So this is a pretty decent bet, and I think I'm going to tail it too.
Yeah.
350,
Yeah. I like that.
350. Count what your bankroll is. If you're talking 100, obviously 100 to win, uh, 350. But if it's a little bit more modest, you want to be quiet, get $25 in there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Almost 4-1. Get
Mm-hmm.
25 to win you want some. It does not have to be this crazy amount of money that you see people bet. When people put like $1,000, oh that shit, that's 10 grand. When people put $1,000, they got the bread, man. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what you see. You don't know how many times they put this in to get here.
Right.
Is this a great payout? Absolutely, it's a great payout. Brick by brick, right? You've been with us and you've been watching us. You've seen us take $100 and make it to 2 grand. You've seen it. The video receipts are there. So, even take your $10 and win 45. Just build it up brick by brick. That's all we can do. But I like that bet. I like that. I like this bet. I don't have anything on the on the other games. I thought you might have had anything on the on which side you like. But it seems like with it being this close, and just correct me if I'm wrong, being this close, you
Mm-hmm.
don't see any of these teams getting blown out.
Exactly.
Right? You don't see Kansas State getting blown out by Michigan State. You don't see UConn blowing Arkansas out. You don't see Tennessee losing this match.
Mm-hmm.
You see these games being all kind of really
Mm-hmm.
closer games to play. So
Mm-hmm.
I do like this bet. Yeah, and I think and I think the odds tell me that it's a pretty decent bet. So I
Yeah.
like that. I like that bet.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, what's your bracket looking like?
Oh, I ain't even check my bracket now.
Your bracket solid?
No, my bracket all fucked up, man. I had Kansas winning in one of them, and I got Houston playing Duke in another one. So that's all. Or not Houston playing Duke. Yeah, Houston playing Duke in the Final Four. and Houston playing. I forget who they play in the other. I forget who they play, but yeah, it's Dunsky.
Oh, okay. He said it's Dunsky.
Yeah,
It's
it's done.
it's a
It's
wrap.
done.
It's a wrap. I don't know. Nate Shaw might go off on. Hey man, you know last time you said you didn't know about me. I'm just letting you know, brother. I'm just letting you know. Um, he might, and I agree. And Renzo agrees with you too. That's all they have, and just by
Yep.
pure volume, he'll get there,
Yep.
possibly. So I'm not mad at the bet. It's not the bet I'm taking. It's not the bet I'm taking. You said Westbrook total assists. I'll tell you that real quick here. See, I think Westbrook's going to be looking to be a more scorer because he's the second guy. So I think that's why his total is a little bit higher than normal. But his assists is at 8.5, and I think that sounds about right.
Mhm.
He'll get 9, maybe 10 if somebody else is got getting some good shots up. But I see Russell being aggressive today,
Mhm.
right? I see Russell being aggressive today, and I can see him getting closer to 20 points today. 20,
Mhm.
20 and 9 makes a lot of sense. Like 29 and 8, maybe even 21, 22, 8 and 10. Like right there at a triple double. I don't think he'll get a triple double today, but right there. What is his points plus? Yeah, see Riles at 31 and a half. He'll be right there. He'll be right there. So
Mhm.
what's the total points? See 117 and 113.
Mhm.
And yeah, you're on the under. I
That don't
think
even add up to 132. That add up to 131.
yeah, right. Yeah, look at that.
I
Yeah,
guess
that
go over. Well, somebody's gonna go over or under. I guess is what they're saying. But
yeah, yeah. I think I think your under bet is good here too. I like
yeah.
your under bet because that
Yep.
just proved that they're off by a point. You see
Yep.
how you just find these gems when you look? You just find these gems.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All right, everybody. Let me get this screen out of here. So, you know what we do. We know what we ask you to do. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but hey, it helps us grow, man. And we're just trying to win people money as we win ourselves and trying to teach people how to bet smart, work smarter, not harder. Let us do all the heavy lifting, and then you just put the money on the line here and get this money, man. So if you're new to the channel, again, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're not and you've been here for a while, man, you know what to do. Hit the like button. We'll see you tomorrow after the plays, the review. We got more college tomorrow. Hopefully, me, myself, and the homie Renzo is back tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for joining. This is Money Pop Podcast. I'm Moss Money. That's the Degenerate. We out.
Peace.